It,
I can probably download it. I know this doesn't have it.
which book is that?
That is contract CNC. It just doesn't have anything that you're showing.
There should be a programming section in there.
It shows me everything, but it doesn't have. I don't think it has the program. Yeah. But that's it. I mean, it doesn't go into detail like you are.
Not really, no. I do have, and I'll give it to you guys, I do have a piece of software that they call their offline programming software. So you can actually get this screen up on your computer, and that way you can be practicing it at home or wherever, you know, and not occupying the machine. Flight simulator, exactly. With that, it's got limitations. You cannot save anything unless you buy a license for it. You can't save anything. You can just go in and do your stuff, go through all the screens, get familiar with all the screens, write programs, but you can't save anything. So
we need that if we have master or CAD/CAM program.
no. No, the only thing, and I'll look, I think there is a manual or a list that shows the G codes, the G&M codes that it will read. I think there's a few that are a little wonky that they've used, but I can get that.
Right.
But if you've got a solid post, you should be good. But anyway.
I completed the post. I ran part on it already. So I got the post.
Okay.
Yeah, we went into the next post. I don't know. We got the post. I downloaded it to the machine and ran apart.
And did you bring that through on a thumb drive or through the network?
Network. I had both guys from the IT down there and said that we're so far advanced at this company that we don't know if this will hook to the computer next to it. So with that, maybe you can.
That's something I'm going to look into as well. I mentioned earlier that we don't have a lot of customers that network these. It's an option.
I put a thumb drive in and ran it.
Yeah. Just got to have a .gcd,
Yep.
and then it'll recognize it and it'll open it. Away you go. Yep. Yep.
But if you can hook the network while you're here, that's great.
I'll make some phone calls and see what I can do and figure out.
Because I talked to Eric down there, but I haven't talked to Joseph.
Joseph's,
The network.
he's the smart guy. I met him for my first time last week and wasn't what I pictured. He's stuck in the 60s. Big long mullet, dirty looking guy.
So what you're doing manually is great.
And that's really the gist of the shop floor conversational stuff. It's really just, like I say, they've kept it pretty dumbed down. If you get up into the higher end controls, which isn't even an option here, say to the SMX, there's a lot more to them. But for these, they've just really, that's just their thought process behind it. You know, they said they have a number of customers in Southern California that use them in their garages, and they're programming them offline with CAD/CAM and actually making parts. So let's talk about thought process behind programming. Keep in mind, this is a little guy. It's just a BT30. Keep that in mind. It is a big plus spindle, so you can get big plus holders, so it'd be a dual contact. But just keep that in mind. It's going to like real light radial cuts and Holland butt a lot better than it's going to like a Cat 50 type toolpath, you know, burying a tool and just going. It's going to like really fast. It's going to like your dynamic toolpaths and stuff in Mastercam.
Yeah, it's only got 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's going to like that a lot more than just hogging. You know, if you've got a ton of material to remove, just remember, just a lighter step over, it's going to like better than burying your tool.
We like bike stuff. I don't think we hog a lot.
What are you primarily machining? Aluminum, plastics, everything?
Wood, plastic, metal, stainless,
Okay.
Styrofoam.
styrofoam.
Perfect. You can bury your tool in that stuff.
No insulation board. Yeah, we do insulation.
You know, it's just common sense. The harder your material, the you better back off on your radial load. You know, and you might need to take more step downs and more step ins. See, now it gives me, now I've got a program that gives me the option to run. So keep in mind, this program's just here in volatile memory. It's not saved anywhere. So if I have a power failure or something right now, it's gone. Because it's just in memory. It's not saved anywhere. We'd have to put a thumb drive in and save it to a thumb drive.
When you do put a thumb drive in, does it give you that option of, it reads it right then and says, do you want to save this? Is that how that
No,
works?
you would,
Is there a direct read?
we can go, I'll actually stick one in when we go through it. Your programs have to be in a folder. I don't know if you ran into that. Have to be in a folder. Two op programs. So they do have. And if you put if you put a thumb drive in here and it don't have that folder on there, it's going to create it for you.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah. So now I've put a thumb drive in. I've written my program. I can go program in out, and I can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, which was my program number. So here, so I'm going to save it standard. If it's programmed on the machine, it's going to be a PT4. Through CAD/CAM, it's going to be a .gcd. So here's where you would save. So if you went save, here's where you would save or save temp. So if you're running a part and you know that tomorrow morning you're going to be running that same part, you would want to hit save temp. You notice it didn't do anything. It just kind of a green blip on the screen, and it didn't ask for a file name, anything. Now if I shut the machine down and I done an open temp from that screen, it's going to bring it up and show you how to do that. So
Is it pulled from the thumb drive, or is it done?
thumb drive.
So it doesn't have any memory to save it to itself, right?
There is memory in there, but they've limited it to, you've got to always save to a thumb drive. So the thing that they're trying to protect is their system resources. You know, they don't want you going and filling their space full of programs, and in turn bogging down the system. It's going to start running slower, and you're losing all your system resources. So they force it to go to USB.
Remember, a USB chip is like a floppy drive.
Yeah. Something that'll be
Yep.
nice little- Let's
How does
pause
that-
for a second.
How does that